Good afternoon. Aloha from Florida. So let's talk for just a couple minutes about education, indoctrination, and intelligence. Most people don't have a clue what intelligence actually is. In my opinion, the best definitions for intelligence are this. Intelligence is the ability to think independently. Intelligence is the ability to question everything. Intelligence is the ability to consider things that contradict what you were taught to believe. Belief is the enemy of knowing. When it comes to the subject of the heliocentric hypothesis, the lie, versus the geocentric cosmology, the truth, which is the flat earth is truth, the globe is the lie, most people are highly indoctrinated, deeply indoctrinated because of education. Education in this day and age that we live in leads to indoctrination. You are taught what to think. You are not taught how to think. Intelligence is how to think. It is the process of asking questions. One of the best questions you can ask is this true? And then go seek and find the truth. Seek and you will find is a deeper truth than most people realize. Now, if you are a victim of the education system, then you probably believe that you are a monkey man living on a spinning wet rock in outer space with no meaning and no purpose. No moral absolutes for you. Everything's just an accident from an accidental explosion of nothing. Oh, the world of atheism is a deep, dark, delusional pit. And it starts with the Big Bang nonsense that gives birth to the globe. The globe is the baby of the Big Bang. And that leads to the evolution nonsense, which leads to the atheism delusion. But a lot of that has to do with education, which is nothing more than indoctrination. And what about the subject of higher education? That's just deeper indoctrination. Intelligence is the ability to consider things that contradict what you were taught to believe. If you can do that, once you start questioning the globe, you quickly find out it is literally a scientific absurdity. Occam's razor slices the government scriptures of the blue ball religion to pieces. Occam's razor says that the simplest answer is usually the one that is correct. So if I ask the question, why does the earth look flat? The answer is because it is. Why does the earth feel stationary? The simplest definition, or simplest answer is because it is stationary. Why does it look like the sun and moon and planets in fixed constellations are moving over me in perfect repeating cycles? The simplest answer is because they are. So if you are a victim of the education system and you are believing in your indoctrination, I'm asking you to question everything, and that is the start of intelligence. Practice some intelligence, question your indoctrination, and see if you can't seek and find the truth for yourself. Have a great day. God bless. Go check out Flat Earth Banjo on YouTube. He's got some great videos on there. The content creator is named Eddie Allen Carr. He also wrote a book called 16 Emergency Landings Proving Flat Earth. If you want to have some fun, overlay the flight paths on a flat Earth map with the undersea cables on a flat Earth map and see that they line up almost perfectly and they make perfect sense on flat Earth and they don't make any sense on the globe. So again, Flat Earth Banjo on YouTube. Have a great day. God bless.
All right, guys, I think I found the fakest story I've ever researched. The Raising of Chicago. I'd just go to the Wikipedia page and read it. Do yourself a favor. But essentially, this perfectly gridded out city of Chicago, 1858, they said, oh no, we made a mistake. We accidentally built in a swamp and all of our buildings are sinking. And so they just raised all the buildings with jack screws. Here's the photos. They did it. Look at these photos. Look at this. They said they did this to buildings all over. But some of the buildings, they wanted to replace them with bigger stone buildings. And so they took all of the wooden buildings and they just rolled them away. They said they did this so frequently, it was like traffic. And that people were hopping in and conducting business as usual as these buildings are rolling down the street to find their place in the suburbs. Because brand new stone buildings had just been built. This is like before the Great Chicago Fire. So all of these stone buildings are about to burn down. But first they raised them all up, I don't think any of that happened. I think all the buildings are underground, and this is their weird explanation for how they had to dig them all out. And our dumb paper history books just tell a different story. These are drawings. These are literally, like, I could do this. You could commission this. If you're writing a false history book, pay for this art. Chicago's on old world maps. It's on old world maps. It says Chicago. It's been there forever. These buildings have been here forever. We have such stupid narratives, and it's all paper. Rock, paper, scissors. Paper beats rock every time. It's time to cut up the paper and appreciate the rocks for what they actually are. That's all I'm saying.
So apparently dropping something is proof of gravity. I just don't agree with that at all. I think gravity is the most pathetic excuse for, basically an excuse for everything that science can't explain, because the globe model or heliocentric model, which it's really referred to, makes absolutely no sense and is sort of embarrassing to believe in. All right, the heliocentric model, which everything revolves around the sun. So the sun doesn't move despite every single thing that we can see, and despite what it feels like, what it looks like, all of it. No, the sun is not moving. It's the earth. We're spinning and we're moving around the sun, and we're also traveling 500,000 miles an hour through the galaxy. But we can see the North Star always in the exact same spot every single night. And please, I'm so sick of arguing with people about this. I've had a telescope pointed at it for 5 months now, and it hasn't moved. 24 hours a day, day, night, doesn't matter. So when I'm looking at the North Star, even during the day, and China at night is looking at the North Star, how does that make sense on a ball? It doesn't. So please learn something. Okay, gravity is make-believe. Something falling, number one, okay, the rate at which objects fall, okay, which is 9.8 meters per second squared, that's an average number. It's not, everything doesn't fall at these rates. This is another experiment you can do yourself. I mean, come on, people. Not everything falls at the same rate. It's about density, buoyancy, mass, weight. We live in an electromagnetic force field. So everything that we have been taught, all this science nonsense and NASA nonsense, that's exactly what it is. It's nonsense. And dropping something is absolutely not proof of gravity. What it's proof of is that that object is denser and weighs more than the air around it. So come on, knock it off. Even Newton's thermometer that he invented works on density and buoyancy, not by gravity. So I just find it fascinating and hilarious. Gravity doesn't make any sense. So it's the strongest but weakest force. It's holding down billions and billions and billions of pounds of water, but little birds and insects can fly away with one flap of the wings and they're gone. But it's holding down billions of pounds of water. If it was actually holding down billions of pounds of water with that much force, we would not be able to move. We would be glued to this earth. Get real. Start to use your head. Use common sense. I know that we have been trained to trust the science, but when the science is government funded, I'm sorry, I don't trust the science anymore. I don't trust the government. I don't trust the government that lies to us. I don't trust the government that steals our money. I don't trust a corrupt government. So of course I don't trust the education. What are you, out of your mind? You can't have it your way. This isn't fucking Burger King, okay? You can't just pick and choose what truths you want to believe in, and oh yeah, no, NASA lied about a moon landing, but no, what they're doing now is definitely true. They're definitely they made it to Mars, 103 million miles away. They have live feed footage from Mars, but my phone drops out in Springfield, Massachusetts on a Friday. I mean, come on, dude. My Netflix takes, 15 minutes to buffer, but we're getting perfect feeds from 103 million miles away. Are you out of your mind? Are you hearing that? At least, please, do yourself a favor. Let that thought bounce around in your head a little bit, and please, come to reality. Come on, man. Come back to reality. It's embarrassing. I'm sorry, but modern science is a joke. Gravity is a joke. Space is a joke. Learn what the words mean, please. Learn what circumnavigation is. Understand they can't do it from south to north or north to south. It's only been done east to west or west to east. because that means it's going around in a circle, and a circle is flat. Sorry to break your heart. I know a lot of people were born and raised on Star Trek and Star Wars, and they've attached their belief systems to a false reality, but it shouldn't destroy your identity. It really shouldn't. Wake up. This is my opinion. I love you all very, very much.